everyone, Von Marie here and welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited to be guest designing for this Calls for Confetti, and we are going to be making some birthday cards today. Well, just one for this video, but for a whole month I'll have birthday cards, and this one is the Alice's Story Birthday Sentiments, and it has a die to cut out all of these sentiments. You get one to cut out all those skinny strips, and then you get two to cut out those other happy birthday sentiments. And then we're going to use a layering stencil with this coordinating die as well. So this is the die that will cut out all those sentiments and those two word sentiments as well on the bottom. I love all the fonts. And so this layering stencil, we're going to have fun and stencil a birthday cake. And I love stenciling, and you also get the die. So I'm so excited for this whole set. I love to make birthday cards, and I love that you can customize it any colors you want. I love ink, so we're going to have fun ink blending this cake. So I'm going to get out some white cardstock, and then we're going to start putting all of these pieces to good use. So let's start ink blending. And I'm going to start off with some purple here, and so I'm doing some purple, and I like that you have two stencils, I believe, or actually I think you have you have three stencils, because you'll do two for the cake layers, and then you're going to do one for the cake stand. So it's so much fun, and I love to use different colored ink. So I will have another card for, well, using this stencil set, because it's so much fun, and you are going to want this for your birthday cards. It's just so much fun, and the sentiments are a lot of fun as well. And I love tons of sentiments, and it's so much fun when you have the die to cut them all out for you at once, and then you can have tons of sentiment strips ready to go for your projects. And this Calls for Confetti has so many fun and beautiful products, and I will link down below the products that I use. So that is a gold ink that I put down. It kind of looks a little yellowish, but it is meant to be gold. And then I'm using a different color purple, more like a fuchsia. So that's the theme for this cake: dark purple, gold, and fuchsia. And so that's what it looks like. And it's okay that I went off to the side there, because we're going to use the die, and you won't be able to see what ink I have there on the side. So that is so good. So you can mask if you want, use some tape, but you don't need to. And so now I'm going to do the other layers. So I'm just going to switch off with those three ink colors, and just using different multiple blending brushes here, and just trying to get in the little strips here. And it's so much fun, and I think ink blending is relaxing, and I love having stencils to go with dies and stamps. So much fun. So yes, I had a blast making this card, and my next card that I will be sharing. So I love all the products that I'm going to be sharing for a whole month, and so much good, so much goodness. So I'm super excited. And so here it is. It looks like a hot mess right now, but it's really pretty. And yay. So there's my cake. It's still gonna, the dye ink is still gonna dry a little bit. And now I will do the cake stand, because that is, or actually I believe, yeah, I'm going to do the cake stand. But you can leave as is and just do the die and color in the cake stand if you don't want to ink blend it. So that is always an option too. But I'm going to do a purple cake stand. So isn't it a fun birthday card already? Would you be excited getting this birthday card? I would. So here is the die, and I just love it. And I believe I'm going to use my Anna Griffith die cutting machine, yes. And so I didn't need tape because it's magnetic. And now I'm going to use the sentiments. I'm going to stamp those sentiments with, I believe, the colors that I used for the cake. So I love that you could coordinate. You can do black. And I'm just using my stamp tool here, the stamp wheel. And I am just going to ink it all up or actually, I'm doing all gold. So all gold here. And I think that is really pretty. And so you can do black, or you can do all kinds of different colors for these sentiments. And you can heat emboss as well. But it's so easy just to stamp and use your stamping tool and just ink it up and get it to your liking. And then you can use the die to cut them all out for you. It's like magic. So I wanted to get a little bit more there, so I inked it up a little more. Here is the die. And I'm putting tape on this one. And then I'm going to use those other two dies to cut out that scripty font, and then the one on the bottom is so fun too because I just love the font on that one. This is just a really great great die set. And if you do birthday cards like how we did for Cards for Cubs, and they like birthday sentiments, this is a great one to have. So you can make a bunch of birthday cards and then send them out next March for Cards for Cubs. So I cut out all those sentiments, and so much fun. I even cut them out again with just the white so I can line it up. There's that happy birthday to you, isn't it fun? So you can line it up, and you don't have to use foam tape because you have lots of layers from the white plain sentiments that you cut out. And so that's why I'm going to double it up here. Or actually, I might have did it 3 times. I think 3, because I wanted some depth on my sentiment. And then I cut out some gold paper for my stash. So that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I thought that would be fun to have some gold, since I have gold ink and gold inked sentiments. And so I'm going to add 2 sentiments to this cake because why not? We have plenty. And so it's so fun. And then I will add some twine as well, just to dress it up a little bit. And I wanted a bow, so that was easy just for me to make a bow with twine. And I love that it takes up the whole A2 card base, so that is your focal point, and you don't have to think too much. You could use pattern paper if you wanted to instead of the gold paper, or anything you would like, and it'd be really pretty. And I was going to glue it down, and then I thought I'm going to add some foam tape to the back. and I wanted to pop it up a little, so give it something a little extra as well. So this is double-sided thick foam tape, and so I took off one layer and then I'm going to take off the other layer, and then it's ready to go. And then it's super easy. I just had to do 3, I think, and now I'm placing it onto my gold paper and my A2 card base. And so 4¼ by 5½, adding a few sequins. These are actually from, this calls from Confetti, and it was a mermaid mix. So I will link it if it's still available, and I'll share a close-up. So thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.